previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
I do. It's better than staying here.
Very well then. Off you go, Mr. York.
Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yes, thank you.
Is the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
Coffee is a vital, investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now. It says to hurry, and the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R-Y. Hurry to Harry. Looks like the time that he was talking about has come. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think he's the most trustworthy one around here. I think you'll have fun with him.
If you say so, Polly, then we probably will.
Of course! Now, give me your cup, and I'll give you some more coffee.
I'll see you later, Polly.
Mr. Morgan, what about the coffee? Don't you want a refill? Your coffee!
Hey, am I still a suspect?
No.
Okay, well, good. My wife and I have been living separately for over 3 years now. Diane, she's a single woman, so there shouldn't be a problem.
That's true.
I feel so bad for Diane, though. Gosh. Did you find out who did it?
I can't discuss that.
Yes, of course. I understand. You don't have to tell any of the folks around town about me and Diane, do you?
No, I won't do that. But it's a small town. I'm sure the rumors have started already. Nothing to be ashamed of, right? What's there to worry about?
Nothing in particular. No, nothing at all. I'm clean as the sheets in this hotel. What's with that look? We don't have a problem, right?
It looks like Kaysen is involved with another woman in town. We can only hope it isn't Emily.
York, I can't find Thomas. Was he here?
No, I haven't seen him. Have you tried the radio?
I've been trying, but he's not answering.
What about Nick?
No problem with him. He's calmed down a little. He's still saying he didn't do it. Nick said that Thomas disappeared sometime during the night. He kept calling for him, but Thomas stopped responding. I'm a bit worried. George has asked for permission to search for Thomas.
I understand that things have been hard for Thomas, but surely he's just resting at home. But I'm not against looking for him. Tell George that he has my blessing.
Okay. As far as I know, Thomas always calls in when he needs a day off.
We're human, and so we are limited. As far as you know, there haven't been any serial killings here before, right?
That's right, but that's not...
Emily, I'm going to see Harry today.
What? Why? We have plenty of other leads to follow, don't we?
He did invite me over, though. It would be bad manners not to accept.
Are you really an FBI agent? I think the FBI would take a more logical approach to investigations.
But Emily, a serial killer does not stay within the boundaries of logic. Thus, you can't hope to capture such a killer using only logic. That's why I'm going to see Harry. You go with George and find Thomas.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Great. Thanks.
I was an idiot for thinking he might be a good pick. I really need to work on my taste in men.
Zach, we've ended up with a third victim. That dive I made at the gallery ended up being a wasted attempt to save a life. It's a real mess, Zach. Dive. When's the last time I made a dive like that? Oh, I remember. Do you? It was in my late teens. We used to go to those concerts. You and I like punk rock, but we like different types of punk. You liked hard and heavy punk, like Crash and Sham 69. I like the more twisted ones, like The Damned, Buzzcocks, Iggy Pop, and Joy Division. We used to talk for hours about the bands we really liked, but for some reason, neither of us listened to the Sex Pistols. I wonder why that was. Seems strange thinking about it now. Zach, did you want to go somewhere before we visit Harry? That's fine by me. Hey, Nick.
Happy that you've got your man? No. I'm not your man. I'm just a suspect.
Nick.
I didn't do it.
Actually, I believe you. But until we catch the real murderer, you're going to remain a prime suspect.
What's gonna happen to me then? Never mind. I'm more worried about Olivia. How's she doing? Come on, say something.
I can't tell you anything.
If that's the case. Could you hand her a letter? Please? Agent.
You don't mind me inspecting it first?
Oh, that's fine.
Only this once, Nick.
Thank you. Thanks. Tell her I'm sorry, will you?
Nick, you need to do that, not me.
What's this?
Nick asked me to give it to you. It's a letter from him to you.
Nick wrote this? For me? Olivia, I'm sorry for all the trouble I am causing you.
I'm writing this letter because I need to tell you some things. First, I'm sorry about meeting with Diane without telling you. My actions were irresponsible and may have caused you to misunderstand. But I swear to God I was not cheating on you, and I didn't kill Diane. That's what I wanted to tell you. As I sit here in this cell, all I can think about is you. Don't worry about keeping the diner open, okay? Try to eat well, too. I had thought that this happiness we had would just go on forever. I've always been grateful to you, but I've never told you, have I? I used to think that putting it into words made it sound cheap. But at times like these, words are all we need. Thank you for everything. Once I get home, I'll make it up to you. Take care of yourself. I love you. Nick.
Agent, could you wait a moment, please? I want to write a reply.
Sure. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Zach, I hope Nick will feel better by this.
Huh?
It's a letter from Olivia.
From Olivia? What the? I wrote so much. More than I'd ever actually say. A lot more than this. And she writes me only read lines back.
Not enough for you?
Oh, no, it's more than enough.
She wrote as much as she could. That's the best she could do right now.
Yeah. 3 powerful lines. I believe in you. I'll wait for you. I'm sorry. I don't agree with the last one, though. I'm the one who has to apologize.
Do you feel a little better now, then? Just wait until the case is finished. I promise this will all come to an end.
Yeah. I know, I believe you. She's believing in me, too, and waiting for me.
Well, I have to be going.
Hold on a minute.
What's this?
The key to the back door of the diner. There's a big bag in the kitchen. I don't know if you could use it, but consider it yours. You'll have to help yourself to it, of course. I can't exactly go with you.
Okay. I'll take this and I'll go check it out.
Looks like a return to better things for those two, eh, Zach?
I thought about ordering in, but since we had leftovers, I made us lunch. What's with the face? I think my cooking turned out pretty good today.
Oh, okay, great. Sudden crisis. What should I do, Zach?
I might not be a wonder chef like Thomas, but I do practice every day. Well, come on, tell it to me straight.
Emily?
Yes? What?
I went into the sewer once during an investigation.
Okay, just stop right there.
Nick was like, if you could use it. But, Zach, this is great. We'll be able to carry more items now, Zach. You know what? There was one band that we both liked. We went all the way to New York to see them play, right, Zach? It took us hours to get to New York by bus. We got to the CBGB and we were so nervous we couldn't go inside. It took us 30 minutes to gather enough courage to go inside. And inside, we were shocked. Right, Zach? I'll never forget that feeling. It was like a blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg pop. The Ramones. That song still makes me feel good. And that's a sign of a classic. But it's amazing I got in without being asked for ID. Those were the good old days. Rock and roll high school and Chinese rock. Sheena is a punk rocker and surfing bird. And I was so depressed when I heard the news of the deaths. Original punk is one of the greatest gifts left from the 20th century. Let's hope they're still rocking on wherever they are. Yo, dude.
Hey, man. The spot on the map is called Cope's Tunnel. It's one of a couple of places in town where, like, spooky stuff happens. I'll tell you a story, okay, man? But, don't go spreading it around. The spirits, they don't like publicity. Back when this place was a lumber kingdom, you know, the rockin' 80s, that tunnel was the main connection from the lumber yard to this town. Every day, huge trailers would like come in and out. Lots of traffic, dude. Of course, some people were like all up in arms. Save our nature, stop pollution, you know. Big business was pushing in here from all over the US of A. Everyone was bickering over the forest. So some of the town people got even more worked up, you know. They started a protest inside the tunnel itself. I guess maybe that was the start of all the bad times.
Bad times?
Oh yeah, man. Rough stuff and heavy times, man. The conservationists and the lumber workers faced off with each other. Neither side was backing down, and that made things worse. Amid all this chaos, there was a man and a woman who got engaged. Problem was that the man was a lumberjack, and the woman, she was a tree hugger. They rarely ever fought, but then, one morning, they had a lover's quarrel. People think that her love of nature clashed with his profession. But we'll never know what they really were fighting about that morning. The man shouted. He called her an idiot. And then he stormed out and went to work. If only he had known, that would be the last word he would ever say to her. When he finished his work for the day, he got in his car and drove home. When he got to the tunnel, he saw lantern lights glowing faintly. Those fools, not again. He just thought they were protesting in the tunnel again. And to scare them a little, he decided to speed up. He probably thought they'd all scatter so he wouldn't hit them, but the lights didn't move. In fact, one came toward him. A second later, there was a thud, and the lantern flew up into the air. Slammed on his brakes, too late, of course. Then, totally freaked, climbed out to see what had happened. I don't need to tell you who he hit, do I? What's more, in her mangled hand, there was a letter to the head of the lumber mill. A peaceful settlement offer. The woman had no other relatives other than the man. And the lumber mill took no responsibility for the accident. It was going out of business anyways.
What happened to the man then?
No one saw him again. Some say he killed himself, or simply just vanished. You know, he might still be in the tunnel, weeping over his lost love. So now, some folks say there's a ghost of a young man that haunts the tunnel. I told you it was called Cope's Tunnel, right? Well, check this out. Some people call it Corpse Tunnel now. You better be careful, Mr. FBI, if you go down there by yourself. Hey man, this map shows a station along the abandoned extended lines track. Now that was a busy place back when the lumber trade was big. No one goes near it now, you know. It's like a train graveyard. On top of that, some folks say they've even seen ghosts there. I don't mean one or two ghosts, man. I mean like hundreds. Every now and then, a golden opportunity comes along. Like a chance to leave home for a while and earn a lot of money. There were plenty of them at the end of the 80s. The lumber mill was severely short-handed, so they called in a lot of outside workers. But the place was failing, and indeed it died before most of the poor guys got there. So there was like a load of labor workers that had nowhere to go. No place to work, no way to get back to where they came from. A fair amount of them decided to live on the train they had rode in on. I guess that must have been hard living. living on a train car that ain't moving.
What kept them in town?
Ah, now. The head of the lumber mill had been lying to them. Wait just a little longer, we'll have work for you soon, you know, that kind of thing. He was just a lying scumbag. No way to rock, man. But lies, they only last so long. With each day that passed, those unemployed guys got more angry. But then, something happened. And the timing for it was incredible. The rail car they were spending the night in just happened to catch fire, with all them inside it.
Incredible timing indeed.
Oh yeah, but the police couldn't find any evidence to pin it on anyone. They didn't have all those gadgets and stuff you guys got now. And the police were annoyed the unemployed guys were causing trouble. Nothing happened to the head of the lumber mill. It made the news as an accident. But the rumor says that a large number of those boys are still living in that train car, unaware that they're dead. You better be careful, Mr. FBI, if you go down there by yourself.
So, Zach, about Emily. My
Uh-huh.
Zach, picking up from where we left off. So, Zach, about Emily. My first impression when we met her on that bridge is slightly different from what I think about her now. Zach, we'll finish our chat later. Let's take a walk around here. You mentioned that there is still some room to customize my car.
Yes I did. I think your gas tank could do with a boost, don't you? A larger tank would mean you can go farther with one fill-up.
That would be great.
In which case, you need to find a scrap tank. I think there's one around N5.
Okay.
This will be the last enhancement you can make to your vehicle. So get out there and find it. This is it. This will save your life someday, son.
General.
Imbecile.
Shut up and listen to your superiors, right?
That's right. This will be my last story for you, too. Toward the end of the war, I found myself alone in enemy territory. It was thick jungle, and I couldn't call for support. I was up the creek without a paddle, a boat, or even a life jacket. Eventually, weakened by hunger and thirst, I was reduced to crawling. Death was closing in. I could feel it. More than anything, I longed for water. I fell to the ground. Water filled my mind, my thoughts. That's all I wanted. I should have died there. I wasn't moving. My last wish for a drink unfulfilled. I should have died, but as you can see, I didn't. When I awoke, my throat was moist, and I saw another man collapsed at my side. There were spots of water by his feet. From the look of things, he brought water to me cupped in his hands, making trip after trip to the river.
Who was it?
Sergeant Timothy. That crybaby Timothy. He was dead. Shot by the enemy. Later, I won battle after battle. I guess luck was on my side as well. Before I knew it, I was promoted to general. But in my heart, there was a hole. A gaping hole. I believe I died that day on the battlefield. I died with crybaby Timothy. Anyway, that's my last war story for you. Time for your final customization.
So that explains why he's wearing a sergeant's badge on him. Time kept flowing for him, and he kept moving up in rank. But inside of him, time stopped a long time ago. We didn't get any info out of him about the Raincoat Killer. At least his war stories solved one of the mysteries of this town. Let's leave him alone. I doubt he knows anything about the case at hand.
That'll increase the amount of gas your car can carry. You remind me of my men. They had a strong sense of justice. Those idiots. Don't stop. Eyes forward. And laugh. Ha!
General, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it? Before you ask, though, I can't customize your car anymore.
No, it's not about that. I heard you've got my other car here. The one I drove to Greenvale.
Your car? So that high-spec beauty was yours?
Yes. I was wondering, if you could fix it up for me. I won't mind if it costs me a bunch to get it repaired.
Quite important to you, is it, this car? Very well, then. If you're willing to pay, I'll do the work for you.
Zach, picking up from where we left off. So, Zach. Zach, we'll finish our chat later. Let's take a walk around here. Zach, did you want to go somewhere before we visit Harry? That's fine by me. Zach, picking up from where we left off. So, Zach, about Emily. My first impression when we met her on that bridge is slightly different from what I think about her now. Don't you think she's pretty mesmerizing? And Zach, she seemed interested in you. Did you make a move on her? No, don't answer. I'm just asking. But if you like her, I won't stand in your way. But I'd like to hear the truth. Because this kind of stuff could affect our friendship, Me? I'm just interested in her, that's all. It isn't love or anything. From what I can tell, she doesn't even seem to like me. It's pretty clear from how she acts when she's around me. As you know, Zach, I'm cautious with women. It's because I was badly burned in my last relationship. I really have no idea what women are thinking. That's my problem. You're pretty friendly with the ladies, aren't you, Zach? Maybe you should teach me about how to interact with women.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Great. Great.
Bullseye. Nice shot.
Great.
Amazing. Bullseye. Amazing. 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 Bullseye.
Great.
Yes. Yes. Amazing. Nice shot.
Great. Great. Great.
Amazing. Nice shot. Bullseye. Nice shot.
Amazing. Bullseye. Great. Yes. Yes. Amazing. Great. Bullseye. Anyway, Zach, there aren't many young women left in this town. Even Emily could be targeted next. We can't rule that out. All the more reason to catch the Raincoat Killer ASAP. And that means working closely together. We can work out the Emily situation later. Don't get me wrong, Zach. I mean, I'm not interested in Emily because she's female or anything. I'm just saying she's interesting. You know, as in interesting person. But by looking at her, she reminds me of something I used to feel. That's all. Like back when I first met you. You know, that feeling we all used to feel back when we were kids? Feeling safe while also feeling a need to protect, that kind of feeling. But Zach, who made me feel that back then? Anyways, we're getting closer one step at a time to cracking this case. I have a feeling it's going to get tough.
Uh-huh.
No, nothing. Just my imagination.
Bullseye. Nice shot. Nice shot. Great. Nice shot. Yes. Great. Shot. Great. Bullseye. Amazing. Nice shot. Yes. Bullseye. Yes. Great. Nice shot. Amazing. Amazing. Bullseye. Amazing. Great. Bullseye. Yes. Nice shot. Great. Bullseye. Yes. Bullseye. Yes. Bullseye. Nice shot. Nice shot. Yes. Amazing. Nice shot. Amazing. Great. Yes. Nice shot. Yes. Yes. Bullseye. Great. Bullseye. Nice shot. Bullseye. 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 Amazing. Bullseye. Nice shot. Amazing. Great. Nice shot. Great. Yes.
Amazing. Yes, great. Yes. Great. Bullseye. Amazing. Nice shot. Amazing. Great. Nice shot. Zach, we can take a rest if you're tired. Zach, we can take a rest if you're tired.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside. Mr. Francis York Morgan, Mr. Stewart has been waiting for you. To the meeting room you shall go to.
The meeting room is through here. Please be kind. Be sincere. Yes? Mr. Francis York Morgan, please have some tea while it is hot. Too much coffee for your body will make it rot.
You seem well prepared. Almost as though you knew I would be coming today.
Mr. Stewart is particular about the best timing for all things. Now please, drink some tea and enjoy the good health it brings.
I'm sorry, Harry, but I just don't like tea.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, some tea with sugar is what's best admired by your body that looks so tired. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, where did you get these seeds?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, those seeds were found in our town in a certain specific place. More seeds are there, you will see, when you find that certain space. Come back to me and we shall talk after you find that certain place. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, so you like to play games?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, a hint for you to find this location. It is most crowded and most quiet, and gives a cold sensation. So says Mr. Stewart.
All right. So you're not going to talk unless I find this certain place. I'll play along.